welcome back to my kitchen. So today I am showing you how to make the chep, yes, also called the THIEBOU. Yeah, so this is a delicious, that's the jollof, Senegalese jollof, if you want it like that. Yes, so that delicious Senegalese rice with fish, I'm showing you how to make it today. We have all the ingredients here, and I'm going to show you how to make everything step by step so that you will be able to reproduce it at home and enjoy it as much as you want. So yes guys, if you're interested, just keep watching. Okay guys, so here are the ingredients we're going to need for this recipe. So we're going to need some fish, of course, and I'm using yellow croaker, and my fish is cleaned, is ready, but you can use any fish of your choice. Make sure it's a fleshy fish because you want to be able to put the filling inside. I will show you how to do that very soon in the video. Yes, and of course you want a fleshy fish so that you can be able to enjoy it with your rice. Yes. So here are the veggies we're gonna need as well, and I divided it to show you which one is for what. So here we have onions, sweet bell peppers, bay leaves, parsley, spring onions, garlic, yeah, and all these you see there in front there. We're going to blend it together to make a paste, and that paste is going to be used to season the water, you know, to prepare the water for the rice. Okay guys, so here is the fish that we need as well. This is fermented fish. You need that. It's going to give a lot of flavor to your rice, a nice flavor to your rice. Yeah, and this is snail, sea snail, fermented sea snail. It's called yet. In Senegalese they call it yet. Yeah, so it's a fermented sea snail. Yeah. So this one is a must in this Senegalese rice. You cannot cook THIEBOU without adding this into it. It won't be the THIEBOU. Yeah, you won't be the THIEBOU anymore at all. So yes guys, you need to find this one if you want to make the THIEBOU. Okay guys, so we have some parsley, and we're going to pound the parsley and the garlic and some black pepper on the side as well to fill our fish, because you want to put some marinade inside your fish as well. Yes, this is part of the process. Now we have some okra, we have some hibiscus leaves, we have some lime, some chili, and we have some iru, so some locust beans. Yes, and these one that you see there at the back there are going to be used to make a paste on the side that you'll be able to eat your rice with. Yes, I don't know if you guys understand. I'm trying my best to explain step by step so that I don't just show you the recipe, but I explain to you as well why is this one like this, why is that one like that. Okay, so I'm trying to teach, so be patient with me. I'm trying to teach as much as I can, right? So here, this is the hibiscus flowers, leaves. Okay, the hibiscus leaves, so the zobo leaves. This is zobo leaves. Okay, so you can find this one. It's hard to find, to be honest. I found it in a Ghanaian shop, but most of the time you will find it in Congolese shops because they eat it as well, and they call it ngai, which is what is written in big there on the paper. Ngai, that's how Congolese people call it, and that's where you will find it the easiest place you'll find it. Okay, especially if you're here in Europe, particularly here in England, in London. Okay, so here we have some tamarind as well, because we're going to season the water, the rice, with tamarind as well. You don't have to add tamarind to it actually, but it's good as well because they do add tamarind to it, but it's not a must. Okay, so here we have some tamarind, and I'm showing you two different types of tamarinds. You have this type which I like to eat a lot, so it's still in the case. You just have to break it, remove the tamarind, the fresh tamarind. It's very sweet, yummy, delicious, and I like to buy this one a lot, but I just eat it at home like that, like a fruit that I enjoy. And by the way, it's very good for weight loss as well. If you did not know, now you know. Okay, so I like to enjoy it like that, but you can remove it if that's the one you have. You just have to break the case, remove it from it, and just drop that into your pot, yeah, add it to your cooking. So that is it. Now you have this one, okay, which is the one that you find almost everywhere, which is easier to find, to be honest. But this one is different because they removed it from the case already and they broke everything into pieces. So they broke some of the seeds as well, so it's a mix of everything. So if you want to be using this one, you will have to mix it with boiling water to soften it, mix it very well, and then sieve it and use the juice. Add that juice you're gonna get to your water rice, okay? This is the one I use to make my tamarind juice. When I want to make tamarind juice, is this one that I use. The other one, I buy it when I want to just eat it like that, okay? So this is it. I hope I made myself understand. I hope you understood me though. I hope I made myself clear. I don't know, but I've tried. So now here we have the vegetable. Yeah, that's my daughter there. She came to get tamarind. She loves it so much as well. We all love it in the house. So yes guys, so here are the veggies we're gonna need for our rice. These vegetables are gonna be served on the side, yes, to be eaten with the rice. So I have some chili. If you don't want to crush the chili in there, I'm not crushing mine in my rice, so I'm gonna drop the chili in there. I have some pumpkins, yes, I have some purple aubergines, I have some cabbage, I have some carrots, and I have some cassava. Okay, now you can use the vegetable of your choice. You can add some green beans in there. You can add some I don't know, anything you like, some cauliflowers. It's up to you, but mainly these are the veggies that you will usually see in a JOLLOF. Yes guys, so let's start cooking. Okay guys, so like I told you, here I am blending the one that needs to be blended, okay, the one that's going to go, the marinade that's going to go and season the rice for us. So I have my bell peppers, I have my spring onion, I have garlic, I have onions, I have parsley. The list of the ingredients will be in the description box if you really want to know how to do it and have the exact measurements that I used. Everything will be in the description box. So we've blended it, we're going to set it aside. So here we have everything ready. Yes guys, so in the bowl you see here we have a bay leaf, we have some chopped onions, we have the yet, so the sea snail, and we have the fermented fish. This is going to be fried in the oil before we add the remaining of the ingredients. Here we have some parsley, some garlic, a seasoning cube, and some black peppers. I'm using a mix of peppers, so black, pink, white, but you can use just black pepper, that's fine. We're gonna pound this in my mortar, okay? We're gonna pound this whole thing, and this is just to fill the fish with it. And here we have the mix that we made with the sweet bell peppers and all that for the rice. So here I am ready to fill my fish, okay, but I'm removing the head of the fish. So I removed 3 of the heads. I'm not a big fan of fish heads in sauces. I prefer my fish heads fried, like crispy. Yes, that's how I like it. So I'm gonna set these aside. I'm gonna put them in the freezer for next time. I'm gonna fry it and enjoy it with my achike. So now for the remaining fish, I'm gonna fill them. You saw the mix that I made in my mortar, the one that I pounded. So parsley, garlic, black peppers and seasoning cubes, and all you have to do is to use your finger to, you know, put a hole in the fish and fill that hole with the mix we have there, like I'm doing it right there. So we're going to do it for all of them nicely, and once that is done, we're going to go and we're going to use the remaining of the mix to rub around the fish. That's what I like to do. That's just me, okay? Because I want the seasoning to be all over the fish. So once I finish filling the fish with the marinade, okay, I'm going to use the remaining to rub around the fish nicely, and then we're going to fry the fish. So while my fish is frying, I'm getting my veggies ready, and I've showed you the veggies already. So I'm adding some okra to my veggies, but you don't have to if you don't like okra in your rice. It's not, you know, you don't have to, okay? So now I'm just want to show you a trick here. When you cut your cabbage, if you don't want your cabbage to, you know, be all over your food, in your sauce and detach, make sure you see the middle there, you see that circle there. I've cut my cabbage into two. Now the one half, I'm going to cut one half into two. So this is the half you see there. I'm going to cut from that, you know, that root, that circle that you see there, because it's that circle, you see the shape there, that's what is holding the leaves together. So you don't want to remove it. I see some people remove it, but if you remove it, it's all going to detach. When it cooks and it softens inside the soup, it's going to detach. So do not remove that hard part, leave it there, because it's going to hold your cabbage into shape for you. Okay guys, so now we are done. I finished frying the fish. The oil was too much for me, so I'm reducing the oil, and then we're going to use the remaining to start cooking our rice. So we are not changing the pot, we are not changing the oil. I'm just removing some of the oil because there's too much for me. That's it. We are using the same oil we used to fry the fish to continue our cooking. So I'm adding my chopped onions, my fermented fish, my fermented sea snail, so the yet, and I'm adding 1 bay leaf. And I'm going to fry the whole thing together. I'm going to add the remaining of my fish marinade. You see, remember, if you have some left, do not throw it away. Add it in there and fry the whole thing together. Okay, guys, for about 3 minutes or so. Once the color of our onions have changed a bit, so it looks fried like this, you don't want to burn it, but you want it to be a bit brownish. Once you get to that point, you can add your you know, the blended vegetable that we blended. Okay, so our sweet bell pepper mix, we're going to add it to it now and mix it nicely. Once I finish removing everything from the blender, from the food processor, I'm going to go add water to it just to rinse it out, okay? And I'm going to pour the whole water inside my pot here. Like I said, the exact measurements and ingredients will be in the description box, so please have a look at it if you really want to reproduce this recipe. Okay guys, so once you've added your water in there, you're going to mix it nicely and you're going to season it. So I'm using a seasoning cube, chicken flavored, okay? That's my preference. You can use crayfish flavored or prawn flavored, that's fine, but I like to use chicken flavored. I like it like that. Don't ask me why. That's just me. Now you're gonna add some salt, some black pepper and all that, and taste to make sure the taste is on point. And once it's on point, you're gonna add all your veggies in there. Now I'm not adding all the veggies at once. I'm gonna add it step by step. So I've added my carrots and my cabbages and my cassava first, because they take more time to cook than the aubergines, okay, and the okra and the pumpkin. These ones they soften very quick. So I'm going to cook all of these for about 10 minutes first, and then I'm going to add the remaining of the ingredients. Okay guys, okay, so I've added my tamarinds in there as well. Mix it nicely, but like I said, make sure your seasoning is on point, because you want your vegetables to be full of flavor as well. Okay, so after 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna come and add the remaining of my vegetables, so my pumpkins, my purple aubergines, and my okra. Okay, if you notice here, I did not cut the bottom of my okra. I did that on purpose because I don't want my okra to detach when it's cooked in my soup. Okay, so if you keep the roots, the bottom of the okra is going to hold your okra into shape. Okay guys, it's not going to be all over the place. So while it's cooking, we're going to cook it for about 5 to 8 minutes more, and we're going to add our fish in there as well. So while our veggies are cooking, we're going to steam our rice. This is another very key element in your THIEBOU to make it a success. You need to steam your rice. So you steam your rice for about 5 to 10 minutes. That's it, not for too long, yeah? 5 to 10 minutes. So here, after 5 to 8 minutes more of cooking, check your vegetables, guys. I cannot really give you an exact time, but check it. It's up to you. If you like it hard, crunchy, too soft, it's up to you. I don't like mine to be too soft to the point where it's gonna get lost in there. Okay, so yes, that is it. I've added my fish, my fried fish, into it. Yeah, my pot is a bit small for that head, the fish head, but that's fine. We're gonna try and do it, make it work. That's completely fine. Once you've added your fish in there, you're gonna cover and allow it to boil for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. After that, we're going to remove all our veggies and our fish, everything, and then we're going to add the rice to the liquid that's going to be left. Okay guys, so let's do it. So now that I have removed my veggies, my fish, and all that, I've set them aside, I'm going to add my rice to the liquid that you see. I'm not adding extra water in there. We want that concentrated liquid to cook our rice, okay guys? So do not add anything in there. I did not remove my yet and my fermented fish. So my snail and my fish, I did not remove them. I left them in there and removed everything else. Okay, so I've added my rice in there. I'm gonna mix it nicely. I'm not adding any extra water or anything like that at all, because we want this concentrated stock, this full sauce full of flavors, to cook our rice without disturbing the taste and the seasoning. Okay, so we're gonna mix it nicely, and we're gonna add, I'm adding some more rice to it because my rice was not enough, and I had to steam the rice into 2 steps because I steamed the first one into 2 batches, sorry, not steps, but into 2 batches. So because my rice was too much, so I had to do it into 2 batches. So I've added all my rice in there, and all I'm going to do now, I'm going to cover with a foil paper just to make sure it steams very well, because the rice is partially cooked, yes, but we're going to finish the cooking now. That's why we don't need too much water in there, we don't need too much liquid in there, because our rice is partially cooked. And if you want to achieve that nice and original texture of rice, of Senegalese rice, you need to steam your rice first. You need to steam. I cannot stop insisting on that. Okay guys, so I'm adding my foil paper, and I put my fire onto low heat, complete low heat, and allow your rice to cook peacefully until it's ready. So now, while our rice is cooking, we're going to get our hibiscus leaves paste ready. Okay, so I'm boiling it with some okra. So all the measurements are in the description box, like I said. So I'm boiling my hibiscus leaves with some okra. While it's boiling, I'm going to pound my locust beans with some chili, if you want it spicy, and some salt. So I've done it. This is what it's looking like. And now we're going to get our leaves is cooked. Once it's cooked, once it's softened nicely, and the okra as well is nicely cooked, we're going to blend the whole thing. Ideally, you want to be adding it to your mortar, you know, to the locust beans that you've pounded already, and pound the whole thing together until smooth completely. But my mortar is not big enough, it's too small. As you see there, it's quite small, so I've decided to put everything in my food processor and blend it all. But if you have a bigger mortar, you can do it in your mortar. That would be perfect. So I'm going to blend the whole thing nicely, and we're gonna get a paste. Okay. Now this paste is sour. Okay, so taste it before you add your lime to it. I ended up not adding my lime to it because the leaves are sour. The hibiscus leaves are sour. So taste it first, okay? Now, if you find it okay, you can add your lime juice in there. That's completely fine. Now, what I like to do as well, I bring it back to the pot, and I'm gonna add a bit of oil, and I'm using some of the oil that I used to fry the fish, if you notice well. A little bit of oil, not much, and we're just gonna, you know, just saute it quickly. We're gonna fry it just quickly for like 3 minutes maximum. Yes, on medium heat, and that is it. Our paste is ready, and this paste is called BEUGEUGJ in Senegalese, okay? In Wolof, Senegalese language is called BEUGEUGJ, okay? So this is served aside. You eat it with your rice and your fish if you want, but it goes very well and it's delicious. Our rice is ready and looking delicious. Okay guys, if you see some seeds of tamarind here and there, just remove it. And I use broken rice, by the way. Okay guys, look at that. Don't you love it? Don't you want to have some? Okay guys, so thank you so much for sticking with me to this point. I'm so happy and excited. I hope you learned something in this recipe. I hope you will try it. I hope you liked it. Oh yes, I hope you liked it. And thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like the video, comment and share. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And see you in my next video. Bye!